way more than like, oh, I need to do a walk for my health
Mm.
after 30 minutes. When you're on a call and you're in it and you're thinking about these things, or you're listening to a good podcast or audiobook, hours have gone past. I forget that I'm walking, so
Yeah.
it's...
And it's funny because, fun fact, I remember when I was starting my real estate journey in Barcelona, I used to run. And ch- and while I was running, I was checking. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's a nice neighborhood. I want to check from my place to the flat I'm planning to buy. What's the distance? Okay, and if it's safe and everything, I'll do it by walk, by run, or by walk, or anything.
Got it. And now then, to link, we touched on it quite a few times, but just if we can sum up then, for you, how and why is fitness such an integral part of your routine, and why is that the something that you can't live without?
And I tell you, when I start my day with working out, my day is completely different. Like I see, I don't know. I don't have the knowledge to go in the brain and all what it provokes and everything, but it creates things in your mind that, like, the day starts fully. You have this feeling of achievement just by doing something that's really in your control. And I find like when I start my day with working out, I have like superpowers for the whole day. Especially this with... Well, this after is personal to everybody, but I fast in the day. So like this plus this, I feel like I'm unstoppable. Like I'm so sharp. I one day when I have time and everything, I want to really go through deep what's going in the brain when you work out. That it creates so much benefits, and gives you so much energy. Like having the discipline. Workout for me is, you don't need to be a marathon guy, or just do 5-10 minutes every day. Like create this momentum every day a little bit. It's more important than doing 4 hours intense. It's this little action that creates discipline, that creates consistency, all this that you can also apply in your other lanes of life. Everything for me starts with the working out. And it's not physical; it's more for the mind.
In terms of workout, you said that you do like some home workouts. You're not really a gym guy. Is that what? Or
To be honest, I adapt my workout on my lifestyle. For example, if I have to travel, will be more a body weight workout, push-ups. Sometimes I do now. Like, it's a bit more limited, but I do some burpees. And I don't really need weights. I do with my own body weight. And when I have time, of course, I go for a run. For me, workout, to answer your question, is so important that I always make it a priority in my day. Like I do what's... For example, let's say you told me, let's say I was perfect shape, everything, I could not injured and everything, I would have come by run to your podcast, probably with my rucksack, with my change, because I would have done something useful but productive at the same time. Like I walked, yes, but I came by the London Bridge. I could have walked, could have visited a bit at the same time. I'm not staying here long. Come to do your podcast, go back walking. Like it's so important that I would arrange all my day to make it happen first thing, and then go on with things. Because especially when I don't know if you're a runner, but when you run, especially with no music and all this, your checklist goes while you're running. Not just running and there's no thoughts in my head and running in the blank. Like I'm thinking while I'm doing. Oh yeah, and sometimes it already happened. Oh, I should follow up with this guy. Like if it creates so much things in the brain that for me, 5-10 minutes every day, everybody should do, regardless of your level. If it's just walking up down your stairs or taking the stairs more later, like little action.
Definitely from a creativity standpoint. I mean, I love walking, and I like walking meetings, even, for example, like with my business partners. Rather than just sitting down and talking like this, we go for a walk together and you're discussing things. The creativity in your brain, I mean, you've got stimuli around you everywhere. I find that when you're working from home a lot, you've got the desk. it's great to have routine. Routine and structure is essential. But if you break that routine to go for a walk and take a new route, go somewhere different. That's why I like to travel to different places. Just go for a walk, and then I'm not trying to, but then suddenly a business idea will just come into my mind, like, oh, and it's something that can literally revolutionize everything you're doing just by your brain just seeing, like you said, you walked on Tower Bridge today, or London Bridge. At that time, your brain's going to be inspired in a way it's never been inspired before, which you just can't get from staying at a desk. And I know the desks are important. You need to work, you need to have structure, but I feel like when you have both every day, you're getting the real best of both. Even I like to do a phone call. Let's say I'm going to call my business partner or whatever. If I'm walking while I do it, my energy is higher. I'm getting these bursts of creativity that I just would never be able to get if I only stayed at home all the time. So it's you get the physical, and then I always find that my longest walks are the ones where I'm not even thinking about walking. It's like I'm on a phone call or I'm listening to an audiobook, and then I look at my like steps at the end of the day, and I'm like, oh wow, that's like way more than like, oh, I need to do a walk for my health. After 30 minutes, when you're on a call and you're in it and you're thinking about these things, or you're listening to a good podcast or audiobook, hours have gone past. I forget that I'm walking, so it's
And it's funny because, fun fact, I remember when I was starting my real estate journey in Barcelona, I used to run. and and while I was running, I was checking, oh yeah, that's nice. That's a nice neighborhood. I want to check from my place to the flat I'm planning to buy, what's the distance, okay, and if it's safe and everything. I'll do it by run or by walk or anything, just to also feel it, like. But even when I'm on calls, I prefer standing up. I have my headphones and I walk around. But movement is key, I think.
It might sound funny to people, but then you look at how our brains are wired. A lot of people are getting really like sucked into the short form content of TikTok and shorts and Instagram reels, because there is a desire. We're humans. We love to be active. So if you can combine that kind of energy into something positive, like sometimes I know it's not optimal, but I'll go to the park with my phone. I'll have a coffee. I'll have a long walk around, and then I'll have a business call. But then I'll get through my tasks. Like if I can do like a few emails on my phone or do some work, but I'm getting the park and the nature, and it's like, instead of just sitting and swipe, I'm getting that like, oh, birds, grass, river, and getting my work done. Maybe some people might say, it's good to put the phone away. Like you said, I know there's a lot of benefit of that as well. But sometimes it is nice to combine it. Like by you going and checking out those neighborhoods, that's an important thing for you to do. But you just got the health benefits as well at the same time. So productivity wise, it's win-win, I would say.
Especially when you do something you love. So running with something that can bring you something useful, like you can't be more productive.
Yeah.
Like, that's why also it's so important for me, the places I live and I decide to live, because, for example, the sun, very important. Living next to the sea, very important for me. Somewhere it's warm, it's important. So the environment you're in also is very important.